Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 3, Chapter 126. The four of you materialize in Arventon. And before I tell you what it is you see and smell, tell me, if you would, amuse me with the manner in which you appear. We have not skinned our dream avatars for a while. I would like to know how you all are looking as you appear in the city of Arventon. How about Dabs?
Dabwick's going to try on a skin that's a little more aggressive.
Ooh.
In hopes that'll rub off on them a little bit.
I like it.
A troglodyte is a feral, savage cave dweller. The humanoid's scaly hide is dull gray. Its frame resembles that of a cave lizard with a long tail and crests on its head and back.
Okay, so it's medium size.
Yes.
Lizardwick.
Lizardwick.
Normally quite stinky. So
Trogwick
would be stinky, but not debilitatingly so, I believe, because I don't think you get the stench ability, right?
I don't think I get the stench ability, but I do get dark vision 90 feet, which is going to be helpful.
Nice. Tall,
90 feet.
Strong lizard being. Gripper.
You've given us the least to go on this time.
It's true.
In terms of what we're walking into.
It's true.
But there was some mention made, we might... The Underdark is a possible place we might wind up. If Arventon itself isn't in the Underdark, I'm a little unclear on that. But so I think he might have caving in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like snug fitting like oilcloth type leggings and like a tight if he has to and some little extra padding on his knees and elbows in case you would have to be scrambling on the ground, but something that would be water resistant, that would not have a lot of flowy things that could get caught, but that would also not constrict his movement. I think that's what
if he's crawling on the ground near the Black Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Dora?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I stole that from Katie.
Spelunking gear.
Spelunking
But I
gear.
like what Grip has going on with it being close fitting in case we have to move through tight spaces. I think she's covered. Like they're not like short pants or rolled up. Like they go to the boots come up under the
all tucked in.
It's all tucked in. It's tight. I think she would imagine herself with, whether they come with her, like spikes and hooks and things that help you stay on places or coated on her.
Yeah.
But also I think she has since she associates this quest with disease, she has a scarf tied around her mouth too. So really only her eyes are showing under her brimmed hat.
Love it. And Vic.
I think Vic physically looks like himself before he popped into the Dreamlands, but I do think that he is also wearing some sort of marsh accoutrement stuff to be out in inclement weather and be kind of traipsing about in damp, cold, boggy, icky stuff. He's not dressed nicely.
And this is going to be fun for Matt, our beloved artist, to listen to, because for the first time in a Dream Quest, Vic doesn't look like a hobo.
Yeah, no.
I have a supplementary question for you, Johnny.
Oh, I love it.
Oh boy.
When you last left the Dreamlands, the red tricorn hat of Captain Vadrak was upon your head. Is it still there, or is it tucked into your handy haversack?
I think that when he appears, it is on his head. And then he's like, and takes it off of his head.
So he's tucking it into the haversack. As he... I'm going to come back to that.
Oh.
Where does the ring materialize? In whose possession is the Viscount's signet ring? Is it in the bag of holding? Is it in the haversack? Is it on somebody's finger? How does that appear?
Things should be in people's bags so that if you die...
Is it in the bag of holding then?
I don't think anybody should just have it on them. It should be either in the haversack or the bag of holding.
I mean, I would say haversack just because for ease of access.
Yeah.
But
great. And let me piggyback on that. I like that idea. Also because 15 feet of pardtail now completely fill the dream version of the bag of holding. So anytime you reach your hand in there, you're brushing up against gargantuan rotting tail, and that bag in the Dreamlands can really hold no more.
Okay.
So the signet ring, the dream version of the signet ring, we'll just think of as we start to appear now as being in the dream version of the haversack. You can change that at will if you want. Really, when you materialize here, if you want it to be someplace else, you can. And as Vic has taken Vadrak's second hat, because his black one was stolen by you all previously, takes the second Vadrak hat, the red tricorn, and tucks it into his haversack. A newly sane Vic does note that something is not in that haversack that his fingers would instinctively expect to brush up against, because it's a source of comfort to him. Over his 6 months of journaling in the Dreamlands, he accumulated, effectively a novel-length conglomeration of written pages and a total log of his experiences and ideas and stuff, so that when in the future, if he lost track of who he was, he would have this. It is not there. So, you materialize. And what do you see? Let's start with vibes first. You behold a city where the present seems to be moving in funeral procession with a strange ancestral collection of images and trophies hand in hand, like an aging couple wandering through the chilly loneliness of obscurity and death. Gigantic, broken revelations of a once thriving city are thrust upon your senses, enigmatical and historic shapes, the traces of suppressed traditions. Grand ruins and glorious churches, basilicas, palaces, and colossi, all ancient, all set amidst a sordid present, all this vast wreck of ambitious ideals, sensuous and spiritual, commingled confusedly with the inevitability of degradation. The dying roar which lies on the other side of silence. And all of it, every last bit of this huge, once thriving, once bustling city, every building, every person, every pet, every tree, every single blade of grass is all made of the same identical, crumbling, yellowing ceramic material. Tall residential buildings press all around this small public square in which you stand, all ceramic. The domes of cathedrals that dot the distant hillside, all ceramic. Towers of universities, city fortifications, ceramic. And the street is filled with people, all of them frozen ceramic statues. People of all genders and ancestries, people young and old, people just stock still, now looking like old, faded, yellowing, starting to crumble clay almost. One young woman, an elf by the look of her, is unnervingly close to Dora and Dabwick when they materialize. You are inches away from her blissfully, hopefully ignorant face, frozen as she had once been, as she was going about her day before whatever happened here happened. While the style of the buildings, the architecture, and the construction would strike your characters as weirdly unfamiliar and almost like futuristic, they would strike you as players as almost current, modern-day major city in Europe. A blend of the old, like very well kept up and still in use, with the new. So Renaissance-era cathedrals next to mid-century office skyscrapers, next to sleek 21st century apartment buildings. And the people, or their statues at least, look like the fashion of the time of whatever had been happening in this city or suburb, had been in some kind of neo-Roman throwback. Togas and sandals and wreaths. There's a whole Ridley Scott gladiator vibe going on in here.
But the people are all of the same era, or like,
yes.
or of the similar style and everything. It's not a hodgepodge like the architecture.
Correct.
Okay.
So the sky, where you can see it between the tall buildings, is low and leaden, and an actually palpable feeling of oppression and abandonment hangs in the air all around you. Technically, heads up, morale bonuses may not work here at all anymore. and there is a gut-churning odor of decay all around you. Dora's probably very glad to have that cloth, that fabric wrapped around her face. It hits your nose, and you have to quell the urge to vomit.
Does this thing of all these people, these statues, this ceramic stuff, is it a feeling of like Pompeii, where these people were going about their business and then all of a sudden they were like frozen in time? Like,
yeah, they're not all like looking towards the same thing. Are they going about their business?
Do these feel like people that were alive and have been transformed into ceramic, or do they feel like statues that have aged over time?
Both. It feels like they were alive when something turned them to statues, and they don't look like they were running from a mass extinction event. They look like they were just going about their daily lives. However, it looks like whatever turned them to statues happened a long time ago.
All right.
And just as you've got your head wrapped around what is all around you, as you're parsing it, asking these kind of questions, Johnny, and noticing just how badly it all stinks of death, your eyes track movement, and it all happens so fast. To the south, stalking on a ceramic path between some ceramic trees in what looks like a ceramic park, past a cluster of 3 ceramic men, 2 gnomes and a human, you see a humanoid figure, once human, perhaps now dead. Pale, rotting flesh, huge, bulging muscles. No dog shape to the face this time, but you recognize a ghoul when you see it. It's the disgusting 3-foot-long tongue lolling out of its face. And judging by the stench approaching you, it's probably a ghast. And just as you spot it, a flash of movement behind you to the north draws your eyes to another one, head cocked, nostrils flaring, walking between 2 ceramic buildings past a frozen ceramic little girl, looking like she'd been running to catch up with someone in another life. Then one to the west, another to the east. Ghasts are all around you. Another and another and another. 7 in total, and they look quite hungry. Welcome to Arventon, y'all. Let's roll initiative.
And we probably stand out like a big old sore thumb.
You surely do.
If only we had known to come dressed as ceramic statues.
Oh, no.
All right, Gripper.
That's a 9.
Oh, boy. Dora?
That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Fantastic. Good. Vic?
11.
Okay. And Dabwick?
4.
Oh, Trogwick. Oh, and you've already died in the Dreamlands, haven't you?
Jesus!
Oh, boy.
Fuck!
We get a surprise round, right?
We appeared in the midst of
their hunt.
Pack of hunting.
Well, I guess we know now why there were no notes.
This all makes me want to ask the question of, before we walk down into the Dreamlands, are we able to buff ourselves and then do those buffs last through?
You haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
That's a great thing to try.
It's a good thing to try next time.
Yep. Round 1. Amazingly, miraculously, Dora is the first to act. You've got ghasts on all sides. You're surrounded by
Dora
statues.
casts invisibility on herself.
Schwamp. Dora disappears, and you want to take a move.
Yes. The question is, where the fuck am I going to move? Because they're all around us.
So we're at the center, we're at the heart here of about a 40 by 40 foot square tucked in between a series of buildings and alleyways with what looks like kind of like a ceramic park off to the southwest. There are lots of statues on this street, certainly enough to get cover behind if one wanted to, but also maybe enough to make it difficult to get clean shots on people. Hard to tell. Right now, it's Dabwick and Dora on the north of this back-to-back cluster of player characters. Grip and Vic on the south. Dora and Dabwick are close to 2 ghasts approaching from the north, about, looks like, 20 to 25 feet away from both of them.
What do we know about ghasts? I probably know nothing, because it's probably a religion check, right?
You all did recognize these back in the day, so I'll remind you...
Do they have scent abilities?
As far as you know, they do not have scent, but let me tell you what else you do know. Their stench aura is a 10-foot radius.
Oh, God.
Don't get in it because the consequence is the sickened condition for minutes. Minutes.
Is there a save on that?
Fortitude. Their bite and their claw can both paralyze you. And their bite carries, as we know, ghoul fever. All of this is fortitude based. Welcome to Arventon, Dora.
How tall are the buildings?
Residential apartment blocky type buildings, 3 or 4 stories. But as you picture them, so it is not only the stone of the building that was turned to ceramic, the glass on the windows was turned to ceramic. That does not appear to be any way inside any of these structures.
Right. Before I move, which I'm about to do, can I tap the statue directly to the north of me to see how hollow it might sound? Like if this ceramic landscape is thin. For example, if one, say, maybe wanted to get to the top of a building, would they immediately crash through the ceiling and fall into something, or would it hold weight?
So as Dora turns invisible and quickly reaches over and taps this woman on her nose and then on the cheek, it seems very hard, very solid. It does not. You hear no resounding sound from the inside.
Doesn't sound hollow.
It, as far as you can tell, it is not hollow. It seems heavy. Very fucking heavy.
I am sorry, guys, but I will not last 4 fucking seconds in this fight if I don't get out of here. So, Dora is going to move.
Welcome to No Good Choices Theater.
So I'm picking a spot that is currently not within 10 feet of anything.
You're contemplating a dash to the south between 2 ceramic people to like the scant handful of feet between 2 approaching ghasts where you might be out of their range of stench. I see it. I see where you're playing.
Even if they move forward.
I see it. Katie, I totally buy the logic. I totally buy
That's
it.
where I'm going.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hate this so much.
Brushing invisibly past Vic, scraping, squeezing between this couple that had once been on the way to work in their togas and sandals, and nestling down at the edge of this ceramic park, like 12 feet from one ghast and like 15 feet from the other. Oh, amazing.
And I've just made a noise where I used to be. So if that means anything to anyone.
You should give me a stealth check since you're approaching one of these pretty quickly. Add 20. Oh, well, you're not moving at half speed. Add 10.
17.
Okay, you detect no sign that these 2 ghasts closest to you are aware that you just ran kind of at them. Ghast number 1 is up. This is the first one that you saw. It's coming up from the south. It's about 20 feet away from Dora. Seems to have no idea that Dora is there, and it lopes up, tongue dangling from its mouth to close with the gripper. Zoom. As it does. Oh my god, let the clusterfuck shitstorm of fortitude saves begin. I need a fortitude save from Grip, Vic, and Dabwick. Start with the gripper.
That is a 31.
Keeping it?
I'm going to keep the 31.
Trogwick. Stench versus stench.
21.
Keeping it?
Yes.
And Vic.
23 and +4 bonus versus poison effects if this would count as a poison.
This applies.
Excellent. And that is a 27.
Any benefit any of you have against poison effects, or anything you might want to take and or drink and or consume that can help you against poison would apply on these rolls. None of you are sickened by the stench of this ghast.
Do we have a sense of, is this a 1 save per creature, or any time we're in the stink do we have to roll?
You feel pretty good about how this one smells. I'm going to put a little pink dot on this one, meaning
You've all saved.
You've all saved so far.
Except me.
And then Grip, here comes a bite attack. This is against your flat-footed armor class because you have not yet acted.
Yeah.
18, that's a miss, right?
That is a miss.
All right, so teeth are batted aside by your shield.
I have two quick point of reference questions.
Yes.
I think the things that look like this kind of rubbly.
Those are just paths, right? They're like sidewalks.
Flagstones. Different kinds of
But
ground.
not a difference in height or terrain difficulty.
Nope.
And then, so the only thing, as far as we know, the only thing that is specifically disease-related is the ghoul fever from the bite, not the paralysis. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Paralysis is just straight up fortitude.
Okay.
So yeah, disease would, any benefits against disease would apply. Against the stench, any benefits against poison would apply. And then the paralysis is just don't fail your save.
Yep.
Ghast number 3 is up. Where is Ghast number 3?
It's
is
all
that
the way
one?
to the west.
All the way to the west. I see him. Vroom, vroom, vroom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, can't get to Grip in a single move. Takes a double move to approach and close with Grip. I need 3 more fortitude saves. Grip, Vic, and Dabwick. Gripper.
28.
Trogwick.
20.
Keeping it?
Yes.
Vic.
23.
All 3 of you force down the vomit back into your stomach, which is always a good thing to do. Swallow that vomit. Ghast 5 is up. This is the one that's very close to Dabs on the northwest corner of our map here. It can reach Dab with a single move, which it does. 3 more saves against the stench. More pals, Gripper, Trogwick, and Vic. Oh, this is so many Ghasts. Grip.
21.
Why does that square have so many Ghasts?
Dabs.
13.
Keeping
you
it?
wanna use it?
I'm going to use an action point. Ooh. That's 19.
That's as high as you can get.
That's as high as I can get.
And Vic.
That is a 26.
All 3 of you are fine.
Oh, we're learning so many things.
That was a well-spent action point. Dabwick, here comes some teeth at you and a long, lolling tongue. This is your flat-footed armor class. That's a miss. Armor class 8 on that hit.
Yeah.
And finally, at long last, Vic is up.
Quick question.
Yes.
For the ghasts, once we've saved against that particular ghast, we don't need to resave every round. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So even if we move out of their aura and come back in, it's not like we have to do the save again.
That is correct.
Awesome. Just wanted to double check on that before I
Move
decide
and
what
come
to do, or decide what extract to take, whether or not I want to try to boost my fortitude saves.
All right, so while Johnny is thinking here, we still have Vic, Grip, and Dabwick back to back to back at the center of this square here. 3 ghasts have begun the beginnings of a full surround. 3 ghasts in a line on the west side of their cluster. 2 can reach Grip, 2 can reach Dabs.
Where's a lightning bolt when you need it?
Oh, I know. It's just a perfect situation. Oh my god, if Doro could cast one,
Can you imagine?
oh, that would be astounding. All right, what's Vic
Like a
thinking?
5-foot step.
Vic is... Oh, man. All these are bad choices. Vic is going to do the same thing that Dora did. He's going to drink an extract of invisibility.
Yep.
And then he is going to
Get the
say,
fuck
like,
out.
got to get some space, guys. And then move. And he is going to move...
It's just a wall of them.
I know.
But you don't have to worry about the stench. At least.
He is going to move similarly to Dora and cut between the statues to the south and move around them so that he's sort of got a little position there to be on in between them, kind of catty corner to the south.
I see. You're taking cover behind 2 people, or what remains, or what has become of 2 frozen ceramic people. Nice, nice, nice. Ghast 7 is up. Where is this? Oh, this is the one that's very close to Dora. Dora is just on, like, the air. The stench of this thing is, like, wavering the air inches in front of your face. It moves up to the north. It would take this to boom, boom, Boom. At that point, I need a fortitude save from Vic, as it's closing with grip. And then it does close with grip, so I'll need fortitude saves from grip and dabs as well.
It's the Hollywood squares of doom.
So this is the thing that Clades was. Remember the one that had this hand cut off?
Yes.
And like he was the big bad near the end of that book.
Yeah.
Now there's 7 of them. Hey, Robert, what'd you get?
It's like
25.
running theme.
And dabs.
1 night gone, 4 night gone.
Oh, no.
11.
Oh.
And Vic?
Another 26. I mean, you could get up to a 17.
Same round, right?
Same round.
Oh, you can't do it in the same round. Oh, no.
All right, so Dabwick is unfortunately sickened. You can click that condition on.
Got it.
This will be a -2 penalty on pretty much everything. All attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, ability checks, all of it. And you're going to be sickened for, well, longer than this fight
Until
lasts.
I'm
Oh, Jesus.
Either the rest of your life or this fight. One of the two.
A fairly upsettingly long amount of time. And here comes Bite at You Gripper. Okay, this is against flat-footed. Is a 22 going to hit?
Just.
All right, that is 9 points of damage from the bite. And I need 2 more fortitude saves. Let's start with the save against the god-awful paralysis. This is one, I imagine, oh my god, the flashbacks that Grip has got to be having. You failed one of these at one point, didn't you?
Stop.
Yes, I did. This is what am I doing? 2 forts.
Yep.
All right. We'll do whatever the first one was.
Paralysis.
Paralysis. Fuck you, natural 20.
Hey, there we go. Boom, boom, boom.
For a 33.
And against the disease.
That's a 23.
Keeping it?
I'm gonna see if a 23 does it.
We won't know.
God.
Yeah. All right.
Me.
But you're keeping it.
Yep.
Gast 6. This one's slinking down a narrow alleyway to the southeast between 2 tall buildings. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, it needs to take a double move to get into this cluster. Vic avoids having to make the save as it closes with Grip, but I need 2 more saves from Grip and Dabs.
23.
I'm already sickened, and I'm just getting more
You're
sickened.
just very sick. Very sick.
Yep, that was an 8. I rolled a natural 1.
All right. There are now 5 ghasts are surrounding Grip. Grip, you're up at the center of 5 ghasts.
Focus fire.
Welcome to Arventon.
First thing,
Yes.
eyes roll in the back of his head,
Yeah.
neck goes, jaw goes slack,
Yeah.
neck goes crack,
Yeah.
and he will take the dedicated adversary.
Yep.
There is, I know, a combat feat that you can take where if you strike someone who is flanking you, they are not allowed to flank. They do not count as flanking you for the benefits of like the next round or something like that.
Wait, I gotta rethink this.
Yep.
I gotta rethink. I might have to adjust the order. My order of operations
Yep.
here. Okay. So if I take a swift action to drop into the stance.
Yes.
If I take a standard action or a move action to take dedicated adversary
Yeah.
and we'll figure
Flanking
out
foil.
flanking foil.
Okay.
That leaves me with a standard action. Do I have to expend an action to spend the 5 stamina points to put all my attacks in
No,
one?
you expend them as part of the action.
Great, that's what I'm going to do.
Amazing.
Nice.
Let me look at
This
flanking
is your
foil.
day to shine, my friend.
Whenever you hit an adjacent opponent with a melee attack, until the start of your next turn, that opponent does not gain any flanking bonus on attack rolls while it is flanking you and cannot deal sneak attack damage to you. It can still provide a flank for its allies. Okay, that's cool. So anybody
Yeah.
that you hit in this round won't get a flanking bonus next round. Sweet.
And you could still take a 5-foot step yet to get. Oh no, because you used a move to.
Yeah,
No, still can.
but I
Yep.
used a move action.
You didn't actually move though.
Oh, it's not the action; it's the
could-
mobility, the actual
Could get
movement.
out of.
And you can take your
That
5-foot
horrible.
step any point in the middle of your attacks, even if you wish to. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is something we got to be clear about how the pummeling style thing works. It only is effective against a single opponent.
Right.
So you can pull a whole round of attacks against one opponent, but you can't spread them around a circle.
Right.
Okay.
So I would rather, I'm going to see what happens. I want to take one off the board if I can.
Got it.
So then, yes, I will take, Grip will take a 5-foot step to the northeast to be next to Dabs.
Get out of that flank.
Yep.
But then there's no point in if I'm doing that, is there any point in taking that flanking
There
foil?
is, because there's 2 more gas that haven't moved into position yet.
Yep. You're right. Absolutely.
There's
So
a whole
right-
round of
Right now,
adjust.
Grip has his back pressed against one of the ceramic people, this woman that Dabs and Dora materialized next to. So yeah, he's in a harder position to get a flank around him.
So if there's something else you want to take,
Okay, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep those feats in place. I'm going to keep the flanking foil, and he will unleash these attacks onto Gast 6.
Got it.
So this is a plus 13 for this first attack.
Power attack.
just to throw a wrench into your calculations.
That makes my damage bonus plus 11. It takes me
So
down from
2d6 plus 11.
2d6 plus
Oh my
11.
God.
Takes me from a plus 13 to a plus 10 for my most powerful attack.
Do it, buddy.
Yeah, power attack's on.
Bring it.
All right, attack number 1. So this is a plus 10. That's a 19 on the die for a 29.
That is very much a hit.
That's what's 8 plus 11? That's 19 points of damage.
It explodes in a shower of gore with a single hit.
All right, well,
Good information for you, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So you had to spend 5 stamina points to learn that, but it does look like you can single shot them with power attack on.
yep.
Do you want to take that 5-foot step?
I'm just going to stay put.
All right, here comes gas 2. This is the one up to the north that is 10, 15. Yes, very easily able to lope in and close with Dabs, flanking with another one. Gripper, one more fortitude save. Dabwick is just vomiting left and right.
I'm rolling rocks today. That's an 18 on the die, so I'm
All
good.
right, you're good. Dabs, here comes a bite at you. 19 against flat-footed. Oh, sorry, 21 because of the flank.
Yes.
6 points of damage as those filthy, disease-ridden teeth sink into your troglo flesh.
Ooh.
Let's make a fortitude save against paralysis and a fortitude save against disease.
First fort save, 18.
Keeping it? Oh, you got it.
I
don't you?
have to.
You are not paralyzed.
Good.
Second fortitude save.
18 again.
We'll learn what we learn about the disease situation.
I hate that.
Last Gast, loping in from the east. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh my god! With a double move, he can just perfectly slide into the south of Grip and close off the bottom half of this perfect surround circle.
Circle makes a square.
So as he moves past those statues that Vic is hiding behind, I do need a save against the stench from Vic and one more from Gripper.
20.
Okay. And Vic.
That is a 27.
All right. At least these saves against the stench, at the very least, have thus far gone your way. Dabwick, at the end of this nightmare round, retching left and right, Gast to your left, to your right, in front of you the other direction, just the stench of death all around you. Grip is hopped up and in fighting mode, and then there's this ceramic elven woman staring at you in a blissed out sense of crumbling decay and civilization, a city that's dying around you as you, inside the city, die.
Crowdsource just for a moment here, guys. There's a number of things that are
Double
coming
move.
to mind.
Get the fuck out of there.
Well,
Can you do
yeah, I mean,
that?
get the fuck out of there, yes, but I could also, bamf, Obscuring Mist, got all of the Gasts, but then I'm screwing.
You're casting a spell right now.
You got to move.
No, I know. I know. But what to do after I get out of the way?
So the Obscuring Mist will make it impossible for Dora and maybe,
Yeah.
depending on distance, impossible for Vic to attack any of these
Right.
creatures.
All right. then Dabwick's just going to try to save themselves for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one would begrudge you that.
Is this considered to be an urban environment?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Improve stealth in urban environments. Can attempt stealth checks in terrain in normal light without having cover or being invisible.
Oh my god. So Paul Dabbs could potentially attempt to roll a stealth check and just see if they can slip unnoticed, kind of like fading into the ceramic flagstones and out of their attention.
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
So that would mean that you would be able to move 15 feet with no penalty, and then you could cast a spell.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
If you
straight to the
if you pull
north.
it off.
If I pull it off, and if I don't, attacks of opportunity.
You're literally no worse off than you were before.
Well,
Basically, so.
no, but if I don't pull it off, do I still get the move? But I have to suffer the attacks of opportunity. Is that how you would play it, or do I get a 5-foot step? Or
So I would need to know, are you hunkering down and attempting to hide where you are, or are you attempting to move without being noticed? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm trying to move without being noticed,
All
so I
right.
can cast a spell.
What if
So then you're gonna move 15 feet at that reduced hide differential here. If you pass the stealth check, you're golden. If you fail it, 3 attacks of opportunity.
That's only one more than you would take no matter what.
Another option, you use your standard action to switch back into a small form, way amp up your stealth check, and then try it to get out. You couldn't cast a spell this turn, but it might get you out without any attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
These are great choices.
And shifting does not incur.
Does not provoke an attack.
Yeah, it's a supernatural action. Does not provoke.
Boy, would I do that.
Yeah. Oh, poor Dabwick.
It will also increase your armor class.
Right. All right. So on Dabwick's turn, they are so sickened and so terrified in this moment that they drop all pretense of being a troglodyte.
You hand back that ounce of authenticity to feel this nausea in your true form.
There you go, Scurvy Boy. There you go, Scurvy Boy.
That's right.
I might suggest, Paul, shifting into another small shape so you also get that +2 to your dex.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Can I shift out and shift into? Yeah, because it's...
Yeah, you can just
all
shift directly
one
to
move.
another
Right.
form.
So Dabwick will instead shift into little gripply form.
Frogwick.
Full frog-like. Be a
Vomiting
small
sling
humanoid. Pork.
Oh, and you just see this giant lizard man as a stream of vomit is coming out, turning into a small frog, and then the vomit,
Keep it going.
which started above their head, lands on them. Oh, God, the stink.
The
Paul,
indignation.
All right.
Yes, always dignity.
So with all of this disgusting indignation
Yes.
that they're suffering from, Dabwick will try to hide in plain sight
That's what they were born to do. Let's roll it up.
and stealth their way out of this situation. Stealth check. 30.
Show me where you move on the map. As nobody seems to notice where you went.
Oh,
It's an
good.
ability the rest of you get to see so seldomly.
Yeah.
It's got to seem absolutely fucking miraculous.
sorry.
It's
Vic
just-
and I are looking at a wall of gas.
Yes.
And nothing else. So
And Grip just sees Dabwick melt into the city. Just gone. Absolutely gone.
fantastic.
Oh, that's so cool.
Stealth their way north and to the east behind that elven woman statue that was staring at them
Do you
earlier.
still have an
Statue.
action?
No.
No.
All right. Hey, friends. Top of round 2. Dora, we're back to you. You survived the first round.
Yeah,
No checks.
I would love to just start firing stuff off and taking some out, but I can't take all of them out.
Yeah.
For which I apologize to the party. But Dora will use her her mnemonic robes to cast fly upon herself, using a 3rd level slot and staying invisible.
So the standard action, her robes flare, and now she's got a 60-foot fly speed for, gosh, about an hour or so.
But I believe I had to draw that scroll.
To be fair, yeah, you did.
Yeah, so
sure.
I can't move or do anything else. But
All right.
no, I don't have a move action.
Is a 5-foot step useful to you? Do you want to take one? I don't know where you'd go. You want to get closer to the two gnomes?
Sure.
The two ceramic
Look
gnomes.
at these statues. Aren't they nice?
Here comes the barrage of attacks on the Gripper.
So
Why
sorry,
me?
Grip.
He says from the center of a total cluster.
He's in a U of gas.
Okay, gas
One
one.
corpse among
It's
them.
going to get a full attack. 1 bite, 2 claws, all at a flank. Here's the bite. 25.
That's a miss.
Oh, nice. First claw. That's a miss. Second claw. That's a miss again. 2 25s and something much lower. Okay. Ghast 3 is up. It's the second one to arrive in this cluster here, just to your west. Does not have a flanking buddy across the way, although he can take a 5-foot step to the north, so he's flanking with the one to the south. 5-foot step, here we go. Miss with the bite. Miss with the first claw. Miss with the second claw.
Oh my God.
Ghast 5. This one is to the northwest of you, can flank. Bite. Miss. Claw. Natural 20. Backed up with a miss. Yeah, 20 is the backup. All right, so regular hit. And third claw misses. All right, so 8 points of damage from that claw.
Okay.
And the 10,000th fortitude save of the day, as you must save against the paralysis. Grip's muscles freeze up.
Oh, that's finally the natural one I've been avoiding all day.
Boy.
No reason to throw resources at that, because that's a natural one.
It's an automatic fail. Ooh, y'all. Shades of Book 1 as you see Grip freeze. Absolutely frozen at the center of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ghasts. Vic, you're up.
Oh man, he's not going to survive that many attacks when he's literally paralyzed. I have to start taking them out. All right, Vic narrows his eyes at ghast number 7, just on the just to the north of him,
Yeah, one that has not yet attacked Grip this round.
and makes him his studied target, taking aim with vanity. That is a 22 touch.
That's a hit.
Excellent. That is a total of 13 points of damage.
Massive blow. It definitely takes a huge chunk out of his midsection, but he's still on his feet.
I'm going to go ahead and add the 2d6 to it now. That is another 5 and 5, another 10 points of damage.
And you blow it away. Ghast 7 drops.
And then I cannot make it my studied target, but let's see who's next in the turn
2.
order. Can I hit number 2 from here? I can. This is my second attack. That is going to be...
So Vic is poking out between these two statues, shooting down a line of corpses.
That is a 24.
Yeah, it's a hit.
10 points of damage.
Ooh, a very significant blow.
But still standing.
Still standing.
Yeah, I didn't have time to drink an extract to give
Yeah.
myself haste and all those things.
If you want to blow an action point, you could take another attack.
Oh, I will. Let's see. How many action
yeah.
points do I have?
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna spend an action point. That is a 28,
That's a hit.
and that is going to be for 11 points.
One more drops.
Right. Good job.
Boom.
And then I'm taking a 5-foot step.
Yes.
Well, do I want to, or is this a pretty good place to be when they swarm me? No, I'm going to stay right here. Because I've got at
got
least
statues
two
at least,
sides
yeah.
on statues on two sides of me.
All right. Robert, decision moment has landed. So you are able to take purely mental actions while you're paralyzed.
Okay.
So at the heart of this cluster of still 1, 2, 3, 4 ghasts, all of whom could attempt coup de graces on you. You could take a full round action to attempt to wake up from the dreaming, or give it a round and see if you survive 4 coup de graces. Who will come first? So you know you're going to take one right after you, And then after that, Dabwick and Dora will have turns before any more come.
Paralysis is a set number of rounds known to you, is that right?
Correct.
You might recall that Dabwick has 2 scrolls of remove paralysis on their person, which is a close range spell.
But can you get that off during combat?
Right now, they could...
They're not threatened right now.
Yeah.
Before Dabwick and Door's turn, there is only one ghast that gets to go.
I'm gonna hold for after Dabwick's turn.
Ooh.
All right.
Maybe
All right.
Gas 4 will go after Vic.
Gast 4 is going to attempt a coup de grace grip. Hungry ghasts without food. Full round action. Melee weapon. Bite. To use a coup de grace. Crossbow, no. Automatically hit. Score a critical hit. If the defender survives the damage, it's a fortitude save. DC 10 plus damage dealt or die.
Oh boy.
Oh, this. Oh, okay. It's only 8 damage from that critical hit. I rolled almost as low as I could.
So an 18?
Oh, well, yeah, you're gonna make that. I think you
DC 18.
you may have just made a real call.
Is this the second save or die fail of the game?
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
All right, fortitude. You said
Fortitude. DC 18.
DC 18. I need.
Don't say it
Don't
out
say it,
loud.
just do it.
Just do it.
Action point.
Oh my god!
Oh, God. What did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
Oh.
All right, and one of those is a 5.
Okay.
The other one is a 1.
The other one was a 1.
Oh, mama.
Oh, so lucky that crit damage was so low.
Yep.
All right, so take that
Coup de
8
grace,
damage.
a full round action.
All right.
It's a full round action.
Sweet.
Damage is taken. Let me mark off my AP.
Oh,
Boy,
wow.
this is so tense.
This is really fucking tense. And that brings us to Dab.
Dabwick uses this turn to rearrange their spell component pouch. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But I waited for you.
Dabwick takes out from their possession a scroll of remove paralysis and casts it in close range for their friend Grip.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. That was 19. DC was 9.
Still made
Take
it.
1 more point of damage. You still made it.
Gotcha.
I did math wrong. All right, so how does that one work?
So you can free 1 or more creatures from the effects of temporary paralysis or related magic, including spells and effects that cause a creature to gain the staggered condition. If the spell is cast on one creature, the paralysis is negated.
And then if there's more creatures, they get a second save. or something.
They get another save with a +4 resistance bonus.
Cool. All right, so Grip, whose muscles have locked up, who they had to just stand there and take it, while a ghast leapt at them, began ripping vast chunks of flesh out of his neck. You feel the strength and will flow back into your bloodstream.
Oh, thank you, Dabwick. So, I learned last time spending the stamina points to do all 5 as a standard, maybe not the way to go.
Yep.
Because I want to be able to
Hit more than one.
switch to a different target. So was that just the putting it all in one round? Or so this wouldn't be using the pummeling style at all, right?
Yeah, if you just want to take a full attack, you can spread that out all you want.
Okay.
If you want to use a full round action to do that.
Right. Who has, of the 4 remaining Ghasties, who has taken damage?
None.
Great. Well, that makes
all
it
been
easier, I
one-shotted.
guess.
One rounded.
One
All right.
rounded, yeah.
All right, yep. So I'll attack gas number 5 with attack number 1.
Here we go.
Critical threat. Fuck you,
Oh.
natural 20.
Oh, amazing. Back it up.
Backed up with a 25.
Roll 4d6 plus what? 22 damage?
Plus 22.
That's your 4th natural 20 today. It's fucking awesome. We should celebrate it.
That's amazing.
The first 2 are a 10.
I mean,
So 20 plus how many?
22.
So
42.
42 points of damage in one hit.
That's a single shot. Ghoul 5 drops.
describe the rage as you go from being paralyzed to being able to move.
I'm standing there. He's straining, and then the paralysis gets released and just. It's all the kinetic fucking energy just pulverizes the head of this ghast.
Oh,
For
that's
3
awesome.
next.
Attack number 2.
Go for 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think 3 is the way to go there.
Yep.
So this one, what is this one? That's not so good. That's a 7. I'm not gonna spend a thing on that.
All right.
But against the same one, attack number 3.
Bring it.
29.
Hit.
That's only 15 points of damage.
Ooh. Just barely, but still on its feet.
All right, last attack.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, get it.
That's a 19.
How much of your points do you have left?
Of my action points.
Yeah.
Stamina.
Stamina points.
Oh, stamina. Oh, I'll spend another 5
And
stamina.
did you count Pugnacious?
I did count Pugnacious on that. I will spend another 5 stamina points.
All right, you land a hit.
So that made it go from a 19 to a 24.
Yep.
Yeah. 21 points of damage.
Gassed bodies are flying left and right in slow motion through the air, trailing streams of gore. Gas number 3 drops. And that brings us to round 3 and Dora. We're on the south end of this
Dora
flank.
flies up high enough into the air
Yep.
not to be affected by stench, but close enough to cast Mind Thrust 3 on
Easily done.
ghoul number 1.
Yep.
Using 2 points from her Phoenix pool to use Will of the Dead so she can
No, it's
affect
been a
it.
while since we've done that one.
Yeah.
Fun. Here comes will save.
Okay, I did
10.
44 points of damage, so it doesn't matter.
It ruptures in a cascade of black blood out of its mouth, ears, and eyes, and drops. Vic, you're up. There's one left.
Vic is going to
It's right on the other side of the statue from you.
Vic takes a 5-foot step
Yeah, he does.
to the side so that the ghast number 4 is right there. Steadies Vanity. That was a natural 20 with a crit confirm of, actually it would be an 18 touch attack.
That is a confirmed critical.
That is 50 points of damage. And I'm going to blow my 2 things. That's 54. That's 55 points of damage.
And yes, it's just a shower of gore as you atomize it, basically. It just turns to black liquid in the air, which splatters down.
He leans down and blows on the barrel of the gun and then holsters it.
And in the silence, at the end of this very brief, very desperate fight, amidst the cluster of frozen ceramic statues on the street, from her vantage point, Dora is able to see 3 more ghasts up here to the northwest, sort of an alleyway between 2 buildings where one of the ghasts had slipped in to attack Dabwick. Dora sees 3 of them huddled together. It looks like a shorter, more squat ghast, like maybe he had once been a dwarf. A taller, more feminine ghast, clearly at one point an elf. And then a very tall, like grip-sized ghast that seems like maybe he had been an orc or a half-orc before whatever happened. And these 3 have their backs pressed to the walls, and they're carefully moving down the alley, watching the flight, and you can see them clench their fists with excitement and like almost satisfaction and excitement for you as these last 3 ghasts drop. Oh shit, oh my god, they're gonna pull this off. You've got 3 ghasts eyeing this fight, trying to stay out of sight, seemingly glad that you won. And that's the end of chapter 126. We'll pick up there next time.
Boy, sometimes it's fun when you roll well.
So true. Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's PAIZO.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at syrinscape.com. That's SYRINSCAPE.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. Thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, JH, the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
You know what we're fighting here? We're fighting a couple 2-tree tigers.
Heyo.
Is that a reference to something?
No, it's just, it's like the Chicago 3, but it's a couple 2-tree tigers.
Yeah,
a couple 2-tree tigers over by there.
Oh, tree tigers.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks for taking the time to explain it to
That's
me.
the sign of a good joke.